Now, in the meantime, we've all heard the term the talk. Usually that involves parents talking to their kids. Well, when the situation reverses itself, it can be very, very uncomfortable. And joining us here this morning, Kira Anthofer from Sentinella Senior Solutions. You're a senior living advisor and a founder of the company, right?
Correct.
When parents start showing signs of diminished capacity, whether it be the ability to care for themselves or driving or whatever it happens to be, many times nobody wants to talk about it. So what do we do?
I think that could be the most gracious thing that a family can do, is to have that conversation with their older senior. Too often I would find where the adult child is reacting to a medical event or a life event where they are burnt out, they're overworked, they're trying to make everything happy, and they're trying to make a quick decision. And then the senior is feeling, I'm being put someplace. And
everybody feels guilty when they start talking about either taking their parents' car keys away, maybe having to place them in an assisted living facility of some kind. And yet you say if we have these discussions ahead of time, there's no need for all that guilt.
Absolutely, because when you have the conversation ahead of time, you already know that there's a need. So now when you're speaking with the older senior, now they feel they're being inclusive in the process, that they have a part in the decision making. And as a adult child, you can ask them, what do you want? What would you like to see? We're concerned this might happen because you have these medical conditions. What would you like us to do? So then the older senior can feel like, oh, okay, I didn't realize you were so concerned about that.
You know, you said something there that I just want to piggyback on a little bit, because my father's 82. My mom is a little bit younger, but they're both in good health right now, both more than capable drivers, take care of themselves, live at home and so forth. But when I approached my dad about this conversation, one of the first things I noticed was gratitude. He was grateful that the subject came up and he could talk about it now while he's healthy and in a good position to make decisions. And he said, you know, thank you, which kind of was not the reaction I was expecting. I expected more pushback.
Well, congratulations to you and your dad, because that's not also sometimes typical with most families. Sometimes there's so many family dynamics. One child feels that they're not being heard and the other is doing all the work. Sometimes it's great to even have like a neutral party, family friend to come in, and then that neutralizes all emotions.
Now, does Sentinella Senior Services get involved at that point, before there's even a need for care?
Absolutely. We would definitely encourage to be there at that point so everyone can feel that they're involved in the process.
So there's actually help getting this conversation started.
Yes.
See, I think most folks think they got to have the conversation and then they go out and seek the help. But you can get involved sooner than that. I love that.
Absolutely. If you go onto my website, I do have a free download starter questions kit, in a way that adult families can go ahead and download that, and they can start generating questions with the senior.
Very good. Okay, we'll direct folks to that. I also noticed something in here that I thought was interesting, in that sometimes you can talk about the dynamic of going into an assisted living home as being a very good thing for a variety of reasons that maybe seniors hadn't thought about.
Absolutely, because sometimes people feel that they have this sacred promise, please don't put me in one of those
Absolutely,
homes.
We all understand that.
And they have a different image of what that might look like 20 years ago, but today a senior being isolated is in really higher risk. And the benefits of being in a senior living community is, the main thing, socialization. They're with their peers, there's activities, and you don't have to participate. Just knowing that they're there is a real peace of mind.
Very good. Hey, Kira Anthofer, it's Sentinella Senior Solutions, and if folks want to get this conversation started now, you recommend doing it now, early, and you'll help.
Absolutely. Thank you.
Can't ask for more than that.
Thank you.
Thanks for coming in on this Memorial Day.